am I? Please, please stop eating acorns. Please, please, please. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. It will grow a tree in your stomach, I promise you. Your father would never lie to you. You can tell your brother. But, hey, bro. What's good with you, bruh? Bro, what's good with you? Come here. Stop. Stop. Alright, so this video right here, hey, I don't have shit. Nah, for real, I don't have anything that's like extremely thought out that I can do quickly. I have to leave out in a minute, and I'm not gonna get a chance to vlog when I'm out, so I wanted to get something up and something edited that doesn't need a lot of editing work. And I don't know if y'all know this, but when I put my first video out, that's my first time editing. You know, I'm not a professional with this shit. I'm working. So it takes time, but I wanted to keep this consistency going. I wanted to make sure I uploaded something, check in with you guys, see how you guys are doing today, and to also let you guys know, for one, thank you guys so much for all the love on yesterday's video and on the past 2 videos. If you guys don't know, I've uploaded 3 in a row, so go ahead and check those out. Yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support on that. I'm glad that those videos could assist you guys in any kind of way, and all of the comments and love that you guys show definitely assists me. It definitely gives me energy to keep pushing, to keep moving. So I do appreciate that. All right, now I need a favor from you guys. Not really a favor, this is what I need you guys to do. I need you guys down below to drop any questions or any topics or anything for days like today where I don't have time to edit a long video or a really thought out video, and I could just go to this list and just look at it like, oh, boom, 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 and let's have a conversation on all that shit, you know? It could be about anything at all. It could be about life, mental health, veganism, spirituality, plants, conspiracy theories, anything. Paranormal, the stories, let's tell stories. Let's just talk. What do you want to know? What y'all want to talk about, man? Any other day, I'll lead the conversation and all that. I'll lead the topics, but putting out these daily videos, it's hard to like really plan out every single thing and really have time to execute everything that you have planned out. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys just did that down below in the comments. Also, bro, man, thank you, appreciate that. All right, since I don't have shit for this video, I decided I'm just gonna like look at your comments. I haven't been able to respond to all of them the way I wanted to, because last night, as soon as I uploaded that video, my whole Wi-Fi shit just went out. Like I couldn't do anything with the internet. Then I had to get Xfinity to come over this morning and replace the whole router. So I've been dealing with all that this morning. I barely seen the comments. I haven't even had time to like, I couldn't see what my video was doing last night. I felt primitive, but I'm really privileged. But I see this one comment that I feel like I could just touch on real quick. I'm not gonna go super in depth, but this is just for anybody that wants to know. They asked me to share a story about my addiction, and I'm not gonna go too in depth in this story, but just real quick, the things that I was addicted to. For one, opioids, and it was all legal stuff. That was Vicodin, and that was from the hospital. The hospital got me hooked on that stuff, or I take responsibility. I got hooked on that stuff, but they aided in me having access to that stuff. The second thing was alcohol. So for one, opioids, I was in the hospital with heart problems when I was like 21. My heart was like giving out on me for real. And I could barely breathe. I could like, every time I moved, my heart was like about to jump out of my body. So they had to have a heart monitor on me, all this extra stuff. But they gave me, this sounds so crazy, like even thinking about it. They gave me Vicodin because I told them that my heart was in pain, and that's a pain reliever. So they gave me Vicodin for the pain in my heart. And hey, I'm 21 years old. I'm not gonna argue with it. I'm like, all right, cool. Just give me whatever. I started taking this stuff, and then it kind of worked. It didn't work that much, but it definitely made me feel really good, and I like that. And I've always had an addictive personality. If I like something, I am gonna really dive into, you know, exploring that. So if you give me a drug that I like, that's really dangerous, you know, for me. It's not just off some, oh yeah, I like this makes me feel good right now. It's like, oh shit, I like this. And that's pretty much how that addiction started. So before I knew it, I went from taking 1 every 3-4 hours to taking 2 every 3 to 4 hours to taking 3 every 3 to 4 hours, then to taking them, you know, within shorter spans, like every hour. Oh my, it went crazy. They gave me so much Vicodin, and I still to this day don't understand why they were refilling my prescription before I even ran out of my other stuff. And then I got my wisdom teeth taken out at the same time all this stuff is going on. And guess what they gave me for that? It really got to a point where I could not function at all without taking these pills. Like I couldn't do anything. As soon as I wake up, I take some. As soon as I feel that I'm about to come down from that, I take some. It was to the point where I wouldn't even get high off them anymore. I would just take them because I was so out of whack when I wouldn't take them. And that's man, damn, that is a place that I would never wish on anybody. And if you're going through any of this stuff right now, then please feel free to reach out to me and we can, you know, talk this stuff through. Quick tangent about my wisdom teeth story. I just want to see if anybody else has experienced this. When they put me to sleep for my wisdom teeth, I woke up in the middle of that shit. Has anybody, does that happen to y'all? Does that happen to people? Like, one minute I'm just knocked out, next thing you know, I'm opening my eyes, bright ass lights, I feel like I'm being born again. And then I just hear a whole bunch of drilling and hands and people digging in my mouth. And when I say I spazzed out, I started, I'm surprised I didn't like rip out my whole dental structure, because I caused havoc. Let me know if any of y'all have ever woken up from anesthesia. I thought that was crazy. Alcohol. Alright, that's gonna be a longer story because I battled with that like so many different times throughout so many years. But basically that stuff really runs in my family. My grandfather was an alcoholic, my uncle was an alcoholic, and those are both two people that I would definitely consider like role models and father figures in my life before they passed away. My real father is in my life, and he's like the best father in the whole world. It's like my best friend, but I can't ignore the role that these men played in my life. And so they all were going through it, so I've seen it and I've been around it from a very, very young age. And then when my grandfather passed away, this is, you know, we can get to the paranormal stuff later, my spirituality like skyrocketed. Like I was going through some stuff. Like I thought I was tripping out, because before he died, that's his own spiritual path. I had predicted the whole thing through dreams. I was telling my family members, and I was having dreams of symbols, and I was just telling them, and then as soon as I would like make sense of the dream and like solve the puzzle, it would happen in real life. It was insane. But when he died, I was thrown into this whole spiritual universe that I had no idea existed. There were no books on astral projection. There wasn't a lot of information on seeing spirits and ghosts or any of that type of stuff. You guys don't have to believe any of that. I'm not asking for anybody to believe shit. I'm just telling my story and my perspective. But the internet wasn't what it was as far as that. Like I couldn't find any information out there really on what I was going through. So personally, I decided to numb my spiritual experience. I was astral projecting and leaving my body without even knowing what that was. You know, I thought I was possessed. I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was losing my mind. And so I started drinking. And just to kind of cope with all the stuff that I was going through at that time, I started drinking, and the addictive personality thing kicked in, and I loved it. And I battled with that for a couple years. Then I had got off of it once I had like healed my heart, because I was drinking and doing the pills at the same time. So once I had like healed my heart and got off all the pills and stuff, I had stopped drinking for a little bit. And then we could just fast forward some years later down the line. My uncle had passed away, and it was very, very, very random. And the night he passed away, I was at my friend's house, and I was driving, and I had to pull over because all of a sudden I felt like I was having a heart attack, and my heart had been fine. Like I'd been perfectly fine, no more adverse health problems or anything like that. And I felt like I was having a heart attack, so I pulled over, and I just pulled over and just collect myself. I was about to call the ambulance and all that, but it passed. And then the next morning I get a call saying that my uncle had a heart attack and had passed away. And it was at the same exact time that I had felt that in my heart. And like I said, this was like a father figure to me, especially like after my grandfather died. They remind me so much of each other. I lost it. Like I lost it. And so I had tried to go to the gym because I knew I did not want to go down that path again. So I had tried to go to the gym. I was in the gym like crying tears, just bench pressing, just balling, being very theatrical in there. And, or at least I was trying to hold it together, but I was losing it, I ain't gonna lie. And I left the gym, and I just had to hit that liquor store, and I went to go drink. Then I ended up drinking with some family like a couple days after that. And then next thing you know, I look up and I'm still drinking, and months have passed by, and it's every single day. And I'm like, damn, I'm an alcoholic again. And of course my tolerance had built up with all this drinking, so it got to a point where I was drinking a fifth of alcohol every single day, a whole fifth to myself every single day. And if I didn't drink that day, then my hands would be shaking. I could not function at all. I was working during the time, and I'm not gonna say where I was during this time, but I was wearing a suit, and I would keep a flask in my suit pocket, or if I had a bottle of orange juice, I would keep a mixed bottle of alcohol, you know what I'm saying? It'd be orange juice and whiskey in there. It made no sense how much I really could not function without this stuff. On top of all that, I used to be one of those type of people that smoke cigarettes when they drink, and only when you drink, but when I started drinking every day, you guys can probably guess what came with that. So I'm smoking cigarettes, I'm drinking, I'm feeling terrible. Like I'm losing it. I'm like, all right, if I don't stop this, you know, a year had went past. I was like, if I don't stop this, I'm probably gonna be on my way out soon. So I really worked hard. I tried to wean myself off. That shit does not work for me. I cannot wean myself off of anything. I have to, it's either it is or it isn't with me. It's a moment or it's not. And so I have to go cold turkey every single time I quit something. And so I just had to come to that decision that that's what I was going to do. I had to talk with myself in my head, and the conversation went kind of like this, that we all look at people that that come out of abusive relationships or get pimped out or anything like that. We look at those people like, oh wow, why don't they just have the strength to just leave? Why are they gonna let somebody, you know, hurt them and take all their money, blah blah blah, X, Y, and Z. I was letting something do that to me that wasn't even a person. I was letting a substance destroy my body, destroy my health, damn near kill me, beat me up till I'm almost dead, take all my money, because I was drinking Jameson every single day. And I mean, the shit adds up, you know, like, and then not to mention when you're going out and drinking, because your tolerance is so high, you can't just get 1, 2, 3 drinks at a bar. You gotta get like 5, 6 of them. And it was insane. So once I had told myself that I was basically letting a substance pimp me out, something in my spirit has shifted. Like, it did not like hearing that shit. And it was like, all right, you know what, yeah, nah, fuck that. And so I decided to go cold turkey from that day forward. I told myself that if I die trying to recover, then that just is what it is. That's not the safest way to do that. Do not take that advice. But this is what I told myself. If I die trying to recover, then that is what it is. I'm just gonna be numb until I die if I keep on the path that I'm going. So I might as well go this way and take a shot at a much better life. When you really feel that confidence, man, you just know. You know who you are, you walk different, you move different. So I decided to go ahead and take that risk. I did not sleep for 3 days straight, like I said. I was delirious. I thought I was gonna die. I was shaking. I started hallucinating damn near. I was losing it, man. Looking back at all that, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate the strength that I found in that, because like I said yesterday, whenever I'm going through something, that was a physical limit. I was pushing my body through physical withdrawals and physical shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different level of strength right there. When I'm going through stuff, all I have to do is remember the strength that I had during those first 3 days. During the first 3 days of me getting sober. As soon as I remember that strength, you can't really tell me nothing, man. I'm gonna move with so much power and with so much confidence. But yeah, that's just a quick story of my addiction and the path that I had kind of taken to get out of it. There's a whole bunch of stuff in between that. But let me know if you guys have any questions on any of this stuff, on addictions at all, on mental health at all. Like I said, I love talking about this stuff, so please let me know down below if you want me to talk about anything relating to this stuff at all. Anyway, thank you guys so much for rocking with me the past few days. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you're going to go check out the other few that I've uploaded as well. I appreciate that. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on the notifications at this point, because I'm coming with heat. Alright, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Peace.